Hi there, it's Betty Boucher from the Islesboro Community Center, and this is another episode of the Cook With Me series that I hope that you've been enjoying on Sunday afternoons. So often on the island or during a pandemic, we don't want to go to the store, or we can't go to the store is closed, and we need to make something for dinner. So I challenged myself just a few minutes ago to cook with something, or to figure out what to cook with things only from my pantry or my refrigerator, not my freezer, and I couldn't buy anything. So I had to work with what I had, which is a reality for many of us. So I'll tell you what I came up with. So in my quest to make dinner tonight, I started off with onions. Onions are something I always have in the house, and here we have some Vidalias, my favorite, sweet onion, really good for cooking or for raw in a salad. Pretty little purple or red onions, which are also nice raw in a salad and for cooking. And then we have the little yellow cooking onion, which has a much more pungent flavor and is best used in cooking. So then I went to my refrigerator and I was thinking about bacon. Bacon and onions go really well, but I didn't have any bacon that was thawed. And so I found some chorizo. Now, chorizo is something that I don't always have in my refrigerator. It's a Portuguese sausage. I was first introduced to it in college. I had a Portuguese boyfriend at the time, and he would go home on breaks, and he would come back with linguiça or chorizo, which are both Portuguese sausages. And chorizo is very spicy and is really good in a Portuguese bean and kale soup, which is actually what I had planned to do with this chorizo. So I thought, well, I'll use a little bit of that to add to my onion. And I also found some cheese. This is a little bit of cheddar cheese. I thought, well, that'll be really good. Cheese is really good to hold things together, to bind as in a filling. And I always have cheddar cheese in the refrigerator. So then in the bread box, I found what looks to be the heel end of a nice little bowl of sourdough that I made earlier in the week. And so I thought, well, that might be nice for a stuffing. So I think we're going to go in the stuffing route. And in the pantry, I found some cannellini beans, which I'm sure I bought that because I thought I would be making this Portuguese and cannellini bean and kale soup. Or yeah, that's what I was going to do. And so then I saw some pumpkin. So I thought, well, I often will add pumpkin. I always have that in my pantry. That might be a good nutritious addition to whatever it is that I'm making. I may or may not use it as these water chestnuts that I found in the pantry. So I may or may not use that, but that's the beginning of what I'm going to make. Okay, so here's what I've come up with. I'm going to make baked stuffed onions. So often we use onions just as a flavoring. Well, these are going to be the star in this dish. So I'm going to hollow out the onions and save the insides because we'll use them as part of the stuffing. I will pre-cook those onion shells that we'll stuff, and I will take about half of a link of chorizo. I will mince that up, cook that down, add the chopped minced onions. I will pulse chop some breadcrumbs, mix that together, maybe add some mashed beans for a little protein and a little bit more texture, and finish it with a little cheddar cheese and a little breadcrumbs on top of the onion after it's been stuffed. So let's do it. So the baked stuffed onions I made last night for dinner were really tasty. I was happy how they came out. I served them on top of a little bed of dressed greens, a little added chopped tomato, chopped pepper, a little of the extra leftover onion from when I scooped the onions out, and then some toasted breadcrumbs for a little bit added texture. I might not make it the same way if I did baked stuffed onions again. I could use some seasoned ground venison, for example, or leftover rice. The possibilities are endless. There was not a recipe, and that was the point. If you keep a few things in your pantry and your refrigerator, key staple items, you can create something tailored to what you and your family really enjoy. So keep in mind some of the principles of balance of flavors, textures, and colors, and season as you go, and don't forget your herbs and spices. Play with them, enjoy. So thanks for watching. I hope this has been fun and informative, and I hope it inspires you to get in the kitchen and cook for your family. If there's something that you would like us to share on the Cook With Me series, give us a shout at the Islesboro Community Center. Thanks again. Ciao.